Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. In today's episode, we have the most important game of the season because we have Inter at the San Siro in what is deemed as our home match. And in today's episode, we are really going to find out if we are the team to beat in Serie A or if it's Inter, because we're currently neck and neck. Since we last met as well, we've obviously got to recap a few other games because we have played a few in the Champions League, including smacking around Dortmund yet again for the third time in the save. And without further ado, that's where we're going to head. I'd also like to just quietly point out, I know that I'm ahead of where the YouTube's coming out to by about nearly 10 episodes, trying to rectify that, by the way. I'd like to say thank you for the support as well. There's a lot of likes going on the videos, which I love that. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe. Leave a comment as well about how your Glory Hunter is going, because it really does help out. But yeah, since we last met, we suffered our first defeat in the league after drawing against Real Madrid. Beat Parma 3-0. We lost to Fiorentina 1-0, correct, away from home. I was rotating before Dortmund, and it was a very lackluster performance. We conceded in the 88th minute to Belotti, who's a very good player. Not exactly what we wanted to see, but we made up for it with the Dortmund game here. This is the first game we are going to recap. Please note, Leao has actually been injured for a little bit, so we have been using some other strikers. Most notably, Q then got injured, so it's just been Victor Roque and Amico. But here's the goals. We absolutely dominated Dortmund yet again. This is the second time in Germany that I've killed them. But yeah, great free kick from Tonali that flies in. It's one of the better ones you're going to see. Dani Olmo now. Another free kick that goes in. Something you want to see. Even without the free kicks, we dominated this game and deserved it. Anyway, Rafael Leao was a bit of a joke, boys. And that is a superb little chipped finish too, as Bellingham's left for dead. And a little bit of speed. I will say that even though we scored 3 goals there, and I know 2 free kicks inside 10 minutes, and it was really a half an hour onslaught, yeah, they're very lucky that this wasn't 5, 6 or 7. But I'm happily taking 3-0. We beat Bologna 4-0, Cagliari 3-0, Lazio 3-0 before we beat Celtic 2-0, which means, correct, it's 5 games on the bounce without conceding, which is a very good thing. And then, as you can see here, the Celtic game, we did dominate from home. We did slightly rotate because we do have bigger games to fry in the league. But look, Victor Roque is pretty good. Noting that Rafael Leao is coming back from injury, which I'll touch on in a second too. It was nice to rotate and get the job done. But yeah, Abderrab picks the ball up. Victor Roque, by the way, a lot better in the advanced forward role, but he's better as a pressing forward out of the two. And Rafael Leao gets preference because he's the best striker in the league by a mile. And Abderrab Gula again with a great ball. Theo Hernandez on a run. And, well, Theo Hernandez proving why he's one of the best fullbacks in world football. But yeah, that leaves us in the Champions League group phase of 4 games played, 10 points because of 1 draw against Real Madrid, which we're very lucky in. And it leaves us second behind Bayern and equal with a few other teams there as well. But yeah, leaves us in a very good spot. As mentioned, the squad's been a little bit interesting. Rafael Leao did get an injury. It wasn't particularly fun, his injury, but it was okay. He picked it up, pulled knee ligaments against Dortmund, as out for a couple of weeks. We then used Kevin Kukui because he was the one out of the better form of the two. Unfortunately for Kevin, he picked up an injury as well. He's now suffering some twisted ankles issues, and he means he won't be around for this game here as well. I want to give a big shout out, of course, to Roman Tisney. I did give him a game, a few more extra games in the league. Hasn't done anything since he scored that goal, but yeah, it's all okay. The rest of the squad, in pretty good shape. We're giving Jacob Mirabi some more games down the under-20s. I think we're in a very good spot. I think the team's very, very good. Tonali, Theo Hernandez, and Rafael Leao are world class. So, yeah, we're very happy how things sit. We're going to talk about Inter here quickly as well. Inter have been fantastic. Most notably, though, they did just lose 3-0 away from home to Roma, where we went on the opening day and scored 5. Outside of that, they've been very good. They lost to Bayern in the Champions League, which is no shame in doing that because I expect to lose to Bayern when we eventually play them in the Champions League. And they drew to Feyenoord, which is interesting there too. But Inter themselves, a very good team on the same amount of points. I don't know if it's results against teams in Italy, but something tells me it might be. It is results against teams. So this game is huge to not lose for sure. Your team for the massive game against Inter Milan is as follows. It's Manigan, Calabria, Kalu, Tomori and Hernandez, Ismail Benacour in the middle with Tonali and Olmo. It's Reina, of course, in behind the strikers with Victor Roque and Rafael Leao up front, back from injury. He's going to be fit enough for 75 minutes. All we need is a good solid 50, and then he can come off. let's go see what we can do out here today. And we'll have a look at this Inter side in a little bit more depth right now. So they're lining up with a 4-3-3. Andre Onana is great. Denzel Dumfries is obviously very good. Skriniar still got his pace, of course, as well. Bastone is Bastone. Costa Simicas moved here too. He does that a lot on saves I've seen. Brozovic is world class, obviously. Barella's too. We'd love to try and pinch Barella from there, but it won't happen. Canoglu, obviously, a bit of a weird signing, him going from AC to Inter. But Lamar and Martin is up top. So yeah, very elite team. If you have a look, they got Cody Gakpo on the bench, Ruben Loftus-Cheek on the bench. Alessio Fontana Rosa is a youngster that I actually know. Sebastian Esposito, but the other Sebastian Esposito, the striker version. Even Johan Cabral's on the bench. Who's got some pace. Interesting. They've actually got a pretty decent bench. Emmanuel Ricky. Yeah, okay. So, look, very, very good team. And you don't expect anything less from the team that's won the league the last 2 years. All right, so they have apparently the best defence in the league, even though we could not concede in our last 5. Mate, it sounds about right. Mancini's in charge. Very good defensive manager. But yeah, we've only conceded 6 goals in the 13 that Fernandes has played in. Do think that this is going to be a one-game episode because of the importance of it. And then obviously we'll judge where we're sitting for the Champions League if the Bayern Munich game matters, which I'm pretty sure it will. But yeah, look, depending on how quick this game is, if this game's like 2 highlights and it's over inside 10 minutes, then I'm probably going to try and work another game in as well. Anyway, Lamar, Dumfries. I was about to say Denzel there. Dumpster dad, anyway. Good ball to Chanoglu, Lautaro Martinez, and, well, we should be 1-0 down. Inter just carved us alive, and somehow Martinez in a 1-on-1, who's one of the best finishers in Football Manager, misses. Good press from them. I would play my keeper. Said it's chipped out there to Calabria, who should play the centre-back. Said he looks to take his man on and gets pressed. What's new? Just play your centre-back nice and easy. Barella finds Lamar, who looked half offside. Theo Hernandez gets across with a block. It would have counted. We are getting absolutely annihilated here first 13 minutes. Yeah, not great. Not great at all as Dumpster Dad misses the header. Lamar picks that one up to recycle. Barella's good to hit him from distance. Instead, Calabria does very well and heads back to the keeper, realising the mistake he made in build-up where he should have played, just Kalu. But yeah, so far, all Inter to start with here. And look, to be fair, you kind of expect it at times because Inter are that good. Tonali with the press doesn't win that one there. Lamar, Rafael Leao's press is pretty good. And he win it back on the secondary press of Denzel Dumpsterdad. And he finds Ismail Benacour, Theo, Tamari, out the other side, please. Theo Hernandez. Ball over the top looking for Roquay. Ain't going to find him. Falls to Tonali. He's got numbers inside. Calabria needs to get this one in the box. Byline does. Tackle. Falls to us. And Rayner's effort is blocked. And we've shown some signs of some promise here with our first chance. And now we get a free kick in a very goal-scoring area. And Tonali's very good at these. Tonali steps up to put us 1-0 up. And he puts it over the bar and wide. Since the update, free kicks just doesn't always go in now. It's probably a good thing because you used to cop a free kick and just go, oh, that's a goal. From, inside of range, of course. All right. Dealing with the initial onslaught, this game has now petered out to be quite a normal tactical game. To be fair, because of how good they are, if we draw here and then we draw against them away, which, is the same thing, we're okay. 0-0. I'm just going to tell them that I'm delighted so far. Keep it up. Would sometimes blast them that it's not been good enough, but yeah, Rafael Leao needs to come off at some point as well because he's going to get hurt otherwise. Going to leave him out there for another 10 minutes, I think. Tonali does well. He's trying to stretch the game here, find a pocket of space for him to turn in. Doesn't happen, but it's a great ball out from Kalu to Tomori. Needs a midfielder to show himself in here, which Giovanni Reina does, and then plays Kalu and Tomori again. Perfectly fine. Great ball out to Calabria. Needs some help coming down this channel now. Very well worked. Victor Roque, Giovanni Reina, Danny Olmo with a big moment. That is a sensational goal right after half-time from AC Milan. A passing move where at least 10 to 12 passes stringed in build-up, waiting for the moment for a midfielder to drop in. The patience and presence, and then Roque is the one that actually drops in. Olmo breaks the line from a deeper roll, and well, a great reverse ball inside from Reina, and Olmo does not miss that. And the elite midfielder scores and just proves proves the tag of the 43 mil signing fee. Tonali now, Ismail Benacour, Kalu. Calabria can turn and go here, and he's quick enough to beat some pressing. Finds Victor Roque again. Giovanni Reina wants. Giovanni Reina gets. Giovanni Reina, that's 2-0. What a break. 2 goals in 2 minutes after the restart. And AC Milan are making it very hard here for Inter. Inter cannot cope. It's 2-0. And after a very good display from Inter, you would say in the first 20 minutes, we've come out, we weathered the storm after that 20. Made the game very tactically compact. And then after half-time, we've blown them away. We've blown them away. With our first 2 shots on target, it's 2 goals. Bastoni now finds Skriniar. Barella. A goal for Inter, and this game is flying. This game is cooking. Skriniar. Barella. Could we maybe win it on the press and absolutely go ballistic? Denzel Dumfries. We do win it on the press. Giovanni Reina. Now, Dumpster Dad is gone through someone. Inter are falling apart. They've capitulation. Capitulation station for Inter Milan. Dumpster Dad lost the ball and he double foots one. And, well, that's all I need to see. Thank you very much. Rafael Leo, your services no longer required, matey. Amico is going to come in. Thank you very much. Giovanni Reina is having a very good game. Luis Alberto has been coming back from injury, and this is a pretty good game to get him some minutes in to get his fitness back up. So let's do that as well. 60 minutes played, we lead 2-0. It's a very good spot. Fer Hernandez has played a lot of minutes of football of late as well. Got to get him off here and say thank you very much. His name is Vitaly Malenko. Don't need to go too aggressive here. We're 2-0 up. Clean sheet's fine. I'm going to leave the rest out there. Look, we're dominating. It is a very big game. I don't want to rotate too much. Danny Olmo now looks tired, but we'll make that change in a second as well. But we're very happy with that. 3 minutes of madness is all it took. Adre Gruel is going to come in there. Sorry. Tonali, wrong person. And trying to meet the pace of the game. Interesting. I want to make a defensive change, but realistically, I want to bring either Koulibaly or Bayer on, and both of them probably don't fit. We could bring Tisney in, actually, and just go, mate, just go up front for 15 minutes to get some minutes. And I'll go back there, mate. An advanced playmaker on attack as well. I think he's learning this role. Yeah. Just do that. We'll turn you up. Get another kid on. Koulibaly is one day going to complain about not getting enough minutes, being an important player. But yeah, Gakpo comes on to give him some width, but this game's over. 4 minutes of madness. 4 minutes of absolute madness is what changed this game. Luciberto doesn't pick that up, but he will win it on the press. Tisney now, Amico. Adre Gurula, yet to score for us. No, that's wrong. I reckon he did score for us in one of the league games. Anyhow, 2-0 at half-time, even game of football. After half-time, complete domination, helped by the red card of Denzel Dumfries, and 2 fantastic goals. That first goal, we're going to replay it again. This goal changes the match. This goal changes the match. I want to know where we win the ball back from, please. No, it's not going to let me. Where do we win the ball? That's all I want to know. When's the first time we get the ball? Is it from kickoff? Nah, here we go. Skinny hoops. I just want to know the passes. 1, 2. Just the movement of the midfielders is great. Peels out for space. 3. Not on. Great ball back. Like this ball here, diagonal ball backwards opens up so much of the play. That's 5 passes, by the way. 6. Reina does the right thing to drop in. 7, 8, 9. Waiting for someone to open up. Calabria keeping the width to open up the game. There's 10 passes. That's 11. Tonali dropping in now. And then I love that when Tonali starts here, when Calabria gets it, he presents at feet and then realises, well, actually, I need to get into this passing lane here because I need to be able to offer Kalu a pass, which allows Calabria to go. Because if somehow Simicast follows Tonali, Kalu could just whop a ball into this space and off goes Calabria in behind, which Simicast can never follow. If Tonali stays where he is, the passing lane's cut off by Benacour and whoever's behind him, so then he has to play Tamori. and we're knocking it around so well, and then Tamori can look to go other side early, or as they shuffle across, Omo can now drop in to pick up the ball. As it so happens, Tonali drops in, which is great, and the presence of mind for Roko to go, okay, this is not a moment to get in behind. This is a moment to come in. This is why you don't play two advanced forwards, because I always want to look to get in behind. Like, I don't think Rafael Leo's really moved from looking to get in there, but that's all I want from him, right? To go, you know what, I need that passing lane here, because if I get it, there's options. I can either spin it out straight away to Calabria, or I can look for one of the midfielders inside in close proximity, which is 13 passes, 14 passes, and Reina goes, all right, that's the space. To be fair, I think he's expecting Rafael Leo. It's instantaneous from Reina. He knows that there should be a runner there, but he's thinking that's going to be Rafael Leo getting in. But that's what elite midfielders do with good positioning. They go, well, actually, if Reina's dropped in and Royquay's dropped in, I need to become the other 9 now to get in behind. And that's what he does. And Omo, great finish. That goal changed the game. Even tight game from there. That goal changed the game. We score another one not even a minute and a half later. And then Denzel Dumfries loses his head because, well, I've just conceded 2 goals in 4 minutes after half-time, and we should have been 1-0 up through Martinez. What's going on? And, well, what's going on is you're in the showers, mate. That is superb. Really, really happy with what you've done. 4 minutes of madness, and that's all it takes for us to go top and to, give ourselves 3 points gap, which is superb. With that being said, that is the end of this episode. It was a fantastic game with a little bit of tactical breakdown too. Next time we see each other's probably Bayern Munich, and it'll probably just determine if we get through that game without losing. We're probably going to finish in the 8. With that being said, till next time, I'll see you then for that game there. Thank you very much, and of course, give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and goodbye.